Rate in the city of Bakersfield is on the rise, and the police department is short on officers. 23 ABC's Crystal Figueroa found out several dozen officer positions are vacant because experienced officers are leaving, and a group of rookies are taking their place. She joins us live from BPD headquarters in downtown. Crystal.
Troy, I spoke with BPD Chief Greg Williamson today. He says the Bakersfield Police Department is behind on hiring officers because of a bad economy. Officers are currently leaving his department, and also because of a slow process of recruiting new officers, getting them trained, and then sending them out onto the street. Right now, the BPD and the City Council are working as fast as they can to get as many officers as possible out onto the streets before that crime rate continues to climb.
Right now, we have approximately 50 spots that aren't filled out on the streets, which is huge.
That's just part of the reason why it's taking the BPD so long to get to your house when you call to report a crime.
We haven't been able to keep up. We've gotten behind the 8 ball a little bit, but due to a very generous council, we're getting caught up, and we're looking at all those solutions to try and reduce those response times and provide the service that the public deserves.
BPD Chief Greg Williamson says his department is facing a problem that was created by factors outside of their control. He says the city is growing, prison realignment has created more crime, and on top of that, his officers are leaving the department.
We have several officers that have lateraled to other positions. Their reasons vary.
He says some officers are retiring, others leave for health reasons, and experienced officers leave Bakersfield for more attractive areas.
I'm a little bit concerned because our crime rate has gone up 18% in direct correlation to the governor's AB 109 realignment.
Councilman Russell Johnson says the city has enough money in its budget to hire 10 more officers.
There's not enough police out there to deal with the crime rate that we have. And we as a city need to be nimble so that we can raise that level of service so that when folks pick up the phone and call, an officer can show up as opposed to saying, well, can you go online and fill out a report?
Johnson says 10 more bodies aren't enough.
So I asked that we add an additional 10 officers on top of that, adding a complement of 20 officers in total into next year's budget.
The BPD and the City Council are now in the middle of budget talks, so we don't know how many more officers the department will get. But we do know that a new academy of 26 officers is getting ready to graduate in June and fill some of the current vacant positions.
We're looking forward to getting those officers onto the streets. At the same time, what we have to remember is they have to go through an indoctrination period and then a field training period of about 16 weeks. So they really won't be solo officers until approximately December or so of this year.
Williamson says between now and then he will lose another group of experienced officers. So will crime in Bakersfield get worse before it gets better?
Hopefully they get better with the 27 or the 26 trainees that are coming out. And in addition to that, I look to the end of 2014 when hopefully we have another 35, 40, 50 officers on the streets.
And Chief Williamson told me that they are doing the best that they can to handle all the calls that they are getting to the best of their abilities. He also told me that there is a brand new academy opening up in January of next year, and he is hopeful that that academy will produce another 24 officers. Reporting live from downtown Bakersfield, I'm Crystal Figueroa at 23 ABC.